Good afternoon, everybody. I am sitting here with Paul Biava and George Malin from ETC Florida, and really thrilled to be here. This is one of the absolute best top partners that we have at Leon, and we've got an awesome set of partners all throughout the world, quite frankly. But this year, as a team, when we started to look in at all of our dealers and the dealers that we're most excited about, ETC comes to the top. And more specifically, in the context of our ProSource family, we are thrilled to share with everyone at ProSource today, folks that you probably all know, but folks that we absolutely love here at Leon. So, Paul and George, welcome, and thanks for taking a few minutes with me today.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for us to be here. Thanks for having us and including us in this great conversation. We're super excited to have it.
Awesome. Thanks, Paul. Well, Paul and George, I wanted to start. Maybe you guys could just, for everybody else's benefit, maybe that doesn't know who you are, tell a little bit about the ETC business, what you guys do, and how you got started, and kind of like what makes you tick. What's your ethos?
So, yeah, I tell you what, the ETC has been around for 40 years. It's one of the oldest companies out there that does home automation and integration. It was started by Bill Marinette, who is kind of definitely an image in the industry. I bought the business about 6 years ago. My background was coming from Comcast. I used to run the operations for the state of Florida for Comcast. Was looking to do something that was more entrepreneurial, and this opportunity became available, so I took it. What we've done over the past 6 years is try to convert the basis of what this company was all about and add to it, really, and make it kind of the gold standard that you will for other integrators in the market. The company was always innovative. It always came up with unique solutions, unique ideas. I think the relationship with Leon started way before I got here, and it was because when we asked for something to be done, Leon would figure out a way to do it. It was always a company that was ready to adjust and adapt and play the game, because as new companies and new integrators around there, you need partners that are going to be there and back you up. Over the past 6 years, George and I have spent a lot of time really talking about, core values and company culture. What differentiates us, I think, to a lot of other organizations is, we believe our core values are really what drives the business, and we have them posted throughout the company. They represent really how we hire, how we fire, how we create our proposals, how we, look to even build partners in the industry. So we want to work with people that have that same core belief in taking care of a customer, being honest, always acting with integrity, making sure that you do your best, having a positive attitude about what you do, and coming to work and enjoying what you do, and that's the one ethos that you guys show us every time. Every time I see anybody from Leon, there's a smile on their face. They're excited to see you. And it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to work with a vendor like that.
Oh, that's thank you for one, and I gotta say, I definitely feel that from you all. It's like, if you do the right things happen, and I love how that has continued, Paul, as you've joined the business, and what you've been able to bring to the table, as you guys continue to grow and experience all these great things. I absolutely love that. George, if somebody was walking up to you on the street and they asked you kind of what made you and the team tick, how would you answer that question?
I think the core values, like Paul said, are a big part of what we do. Being part of this team and bringing those values to the forefront of what we do allows us to create an environment, but not just for our team, but for our clients, that it breeds success. And our standards are in place, and those standards, similar to Leon, and what we do with them, the standard is always met, and the standard is always supported. So even if we do falter or fail, when you have those core beliefs to put yourself against, you're going to get back to that standard. And I think it's a huge, huge part of what we do. It allows us to service our clients, I think, better than anyone in the country.
Awesome. I love that. I love that. So, if you guys were kind of hoisting up on a pedestal something that represents your best work, your team in action, the things that you've done, maybe share an example. You can be as descriptive or nondescript as you want, where you were able to achieve that, and something that you guys are really proud of, as it relates to that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you mine. So, when we started with this core values, it translated to taking on these more complex jobs that had multiple different disciplines in them and everything else, and requiring our technicians and our employees to do more with less. As we were growing the company, we were actually reducing headcount because we wanted to be more efficient. We needed to be more streamlined so that we could again be more profitable. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all here to make a buck, right? But the thing that I'm proudest of, and it really doesn't have to do with the customer, but it's now our second year that we've won Best Company to Work For in South Florida.
Wow.
And
Congratulations.
thank you very much. We're super proud of that. So we got it last year for the first year. We were just told that we got it this year again. And that's thousands of companies down here. And we won it in the medium-sized business, which is, 50 to 150 or 200 employees, I think. And to be one of the most, but one of the best places to work in Florida really shows that our leadership team, our team involved, like they're engaged, they enjoy what we're doing. And it shows. It shows because we recruit great talent. Talent doesn't want to leave. And, that's probably my biggest accomplishment since I bought the business.
That is awesome. I love that. I love that. George, how about you?
I mean, Paul hit it on the head. It's always that I don't know if he mentioned, but that is 100% employee driven. So that's not something that we take lightly. Our employees voted for us to have that. So to know that we've worked really hard to put an environment in place that our employees appreciate and all of our team members share, and then to see that recognition is amazing. It's also, Paul spoke about the fearlessness. One of my favorite projects that we did was a Leon project, and we had a client that one of the first clients at the time had purchased one of the first Sony 98-inch televisions when it came out to come into the country, and they were dead set that they had to have Kef Blade speakers left and right of the TV, and to know that I had to figure out a center channel because they refused to put a center channel anywhere else other than a sound bar. To know that all I had to do was reach out to Noah himself, and how many companies can you say that you can work with a company and say, I can reach out to the owner? And I remember I reached out to Noah, and I think within a couple of days, he had something sketched for me and sent back. And you guys Leon matched a center channel speaker to the Kef Blades for a 98-inch television. Client was incredibly impressed, incredibly happy. And the truth is that our sales team member knew full well when that meeting took place that no problem, we have something for you. And he was fearless, and he knew he had the support of Paul and our engineering team, and just an amazing project that, at the time, now everybody has a 98-inch TV or a 100-inch TV, but at the time it was the first one, right? So I think it was one of the first that shipped into Miami that we were able to get for that client. So just wonderful, wonderful things that we're able to do with the support of great vendors and also the environment that we've put in place.
That's awesome. It's a testament to leadership, and creativity, and always finding a way, which I think is a company value. And we like to think of our values are cordial. We literally have a cordial bottle, and creativity and innovation is a huge part of how we think about doing things. All right, let me shift to another question here. Tell me, that was a great example, George, of how Leon helped enable a very specific strategy for you. You guys are a VIP partner in Leon Vernacular. That makes you a real special partner in our world. We want to spend lots of time and attention. You're teaching us and showing us the way. And so we get behind your vision and your strategy. Talk a little bit about what is it like to kind of have Leon in your pocket like that, as a partner? How have we helped enable your business in 23 specifically? Maybe sharing with some people on the call today, what's the formula? How do you find a great way to work with Leon?
I could take it, Paul. I know you
said no, go ahead, George. That's for you.
So the biggest thing for us is through Leon's innovation and creativity in understanding that there's going to be other products that clients are dead set on. But the one thing that we love about Leon is, okay, that's fine, but we'll make it look amazing. So Tone Case in particular, and what Tone Case did for us was a game changer. And it absolutely helps us go, hey, no matter what room we're going to put a soundbar on, it's going to have a Leon. Whether it's a Leon soundbar or a Leon Tone Case, you're getting a Leon product to make your TV installation with a soundbar look the best it can look. And I think that a lot of companies could have looked at, what I would call over-the-counter sound bars that you can get at Best Buy and places like that, and they looked at that as a real challenge, a challenge that they weren't going to overcome. And I think when Leon stepped up and said, "Well, we have a way to fix this," and gave us that product to A, give the client a much better experience as far as aesthetically, and B, give us an opportunity to make money off of that aesthetic, is a huge win for both us and Leon. So we saw Tone Case sales over 2023. Anywhere that we could, we put them in, and obviously anywhere we could, we put a Leon soundbar. But it was a huge win for us.
That's great. No, I love that. I refer to this as style conscious leadership, right? So style consciousness is sometimes as an integrator, we may miss the opportunity to feel like we can contribute to the style conversation. We're so focused on the technology that, wandering into color, fit, form, and finish is a foreign conversation. So incorporating style consciousness into the conversation with the TC Fit gave you the opportunity, I think, to kind of expand it beyond. And like you said, the end result is your customer. Your customer says, "Hey, I see options. I see different, unique ways of going to market things." That's a perfect way to illustrate, is you're thinking about it in every conversation. Awesome.
Yeah, if you come into ETC's headquarters, the first thing you're greeted with is a media edge. You come into our conference room, there's anti-sound tiles on the wall. I mean, we talk about how sound and video marry design a lot in our conversations.
Awesome. Go ahead, Paul.
Well, I was just going to say, I think the other piece of that is having that conversation, and not being afraid with a designer to go, "Look, let me show you what we have," because all they want to do is hide the product, right? And you go, "Look, I'm with you. Let's hide it. Let's hide it within something that's beautiful, that's aesthetic, but that continues the ability of that product to sound beautiful," which is what, our passion is. And so, that's why we want to show off as many of your products and things that you have available out, because it surprises these designers, right? They go, "Oh, well, I can never do something like that with a TV," and go, "But wait, let me turn it into art for you without having to, be a poorly designed art TV. Let me put it into something that's going to look beautiful on the wall and is going to be a statement piece."
Yeah.
And so I think that's the other piece of it, right? We live in a world of designers and people who want to hide technology and, just highlight the $17,000 chair they have. Fine, that's fine. There's no reason that you can't do that. But let me add the technology to it and make it beautiful as well too. And that's a conversation that really kind of throws them off a little bit, because they're like, "Wait a second, you're not just jamming this down my throat. You're trying to work with me." And now we build a partnership, and now they understand that we're there to make them look good as well.
Yeah, I love that. I think, and let's bring style to the wall. Let's bring style to the TV. It's a business proposition, and it's just the same conversation. If furniture is in the room, the wall becomes a furniture opportunity. And you guys definitely get that. This is great. So let's go to maybe my last question for you today, which is, talk to me about what's got you fired up into the future. What do you see in 24 and beyond, and maybe incorporate into your thoughts around that. What advice would you have for another partner out there that's moving into the year? How can they sort of follow the ETC playbook?
So I'll start. I'll throw it to you, George, as well. I think part of what we've tried to do is categorize our solutions into, actually that solutions. We're getting away from talking about, a product list or, a line item of everything that we're installing. And we're talking about, this is a package of our solutions that we want to offer you. And we focus that into 6 really unique categories, I think, which is something that our marketing is beginning to take off with as well, which is, illumination, it's protection, it's connectivity, it's the infrastructure, it's the the entertainment piece of it. And then we're doing a lot with outdoor. I mean, obviously we're in the outdoor capital down here in Florida. People want to be
Yeah.
outside. We've consolidated, everything from a bug screen to an outdoor television to outdoor speakers, to automation, to create this environment where we go, we're your outdoor experts. We're the people that you come to when you want to solve for that. And then how do we make it beautiful by adding the Leon touch to all these different pieces? I think that's what I'm excited about, is getting us to a place where the sale is more about a conversation as to what the client is looking for than, let me show you this proposal that's rather boring and kind of shows you the same old that you've been seeing all the time and that disinterests you. Let me just say, look, we're going to take care of it for you. This is the budget that we're at. Let's talk about how we build this together, and let's put together those packages that can do that. So for me, I'm excited about changing the way that we sell, having a conversation with the client that's a lot deeper than what we've been doing, and really getting in that ethos or that mindset of, how do we make it something that's functional for you, as opposed to, let me give you my technology and, being the robot that walks down the path. So, and George has been unbelievably helpful in kind of creating these packages that really are turnkey. And, whenever we can throw a Leon product in there, we do, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we know, we've seen it. So what I just heard you say is, I think, something really important, which is it's a fresh engagement with a new customer, but it is a real loyalty driving engagement with a previous customer. It's being able to go back, and continue to add value. When you're doing the right things, the next project is coming. But perhaps more importantly, changing the dynamic. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to bring you, help you on the journey, and that's powerful.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're lucky. We've been around for a while, right? We have about 4,000 clients out there. I mean, that is a base. That is an incredible revenue base, and it's one that you've already gone through the challenge of getting them to like you. And the chances are that they're still dealing in technology that could be 5 to 10 years old because whatever, you just haven't gotten around to them. And now you come in and you go, let me show you how to turn that blight that's on your wall into this beautiful solution. Or let me show you how we can upgrade you to the newest technology, and, that speed issues you have, everything else, we can take care of all that. All that conversation is completely different when you're talking about a package solution and not just, well, tell me how I can upgrade your TV to a 4K. That's not the question here. The question is, let me make your space even more beautiful than it already is.
I'm going to take that blight on your wall. I like that. That's going to find its way in a campaign somewhere.
Sounds good.
Yeah, George.
I think for me, the most exciting thing that we're really focused on, and it's our number one core value, is servicing the client. So similar to what we're discussing with a new sale or a previous client that we're going to be upgrading, one of the things that we're really focused on is, as Paul explained, we're not selling a list of items. We're selling our service, and part of our service is a solution package, right? So what's exciting for me is that we've made a major shift with Paul's leadership over the last 5 years to every year get more and more and more service oriented. It's never our intention to leave a client after the install and they never hear from us again. We're getting way more proactive with service, not waiting for the phone calls. And I think that as we move into 2024 and as we continue having that service centric mentality, it does nothing but get more and more loyal clients for us. I'm not just calling you when I have a problem, but you're calling me to let me know what's happening in the world of your industry and what I can do to make my life better at my house. So I think that that's the most exciting thing for me, is finding new solutions and services to get clients even more loyal to our organization.
Awesome. I love that. It has been awesome today. I'm going to kind of wrap up here. Again, thanking you guys for your great partnership and congratulating you on a stellar 2023. I used to work for this guy who used to say, I'm not a historian. I only look into the future. So I am going to take my opportunity to look into the future. I anticipate you guys are going to have another killer 2024. You're doing the right things, and awesome leadership. Congratulations. we look forward to great saying that. Just for everybody's knowledge, when we identify stellar partners like ETC, we want to give them a little Leon thank you. So we will be presenting you with a special NOAA exclusive custom that's coming your way. And look forward to having it don your facility there in South Florida. We can't wait to spend some time with you all. And thanks a lot again for taking the time today, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely, Jeff. No
Awesome.
doubt we'll see you during the winter months in Detroit.
We will be there. We will be there. Thank you again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Take care.